What's up, guys? It's your girl Nosh. How's it going? How are you? How are you doing? We're gonna do a quick message on something very important. I think this is. I don't think a lot of people talk about this, and I don't see this much. But my friend just sent me a video, and this is where the inspiration came from to do this video, to kind of reach out to my subscribers and be like, hey, you're okay, you're fine, okay? Because sometimes we just need to hear that. We just need to know that we're not the only ones going through something by ourselves. Because hell, I knew that in 2011, 2012, I thought I was going through it by myself, but no, I wasn't. There were other individuals that were going through what I was going through, but since there was no social media advanced in a sense where we can talk about these things because they were so taboo, we didn't hear that other people were going through it. Like now, TikTok is something that kind of brings everybody together and reminds you you're not the only one. There's a lot of things you go and look up on TikTok and you realize, oh shit, I'm not the only one who does this. You know, there's other people who do this too. Or you look up on TikTok and you realize, wait a minute, so I wasn't the only one going through this. Other people go through this as well too. That's why it's so beautiful to have a community, have a platform where you can come to and say, wait a minute, I'm not the only one. Because the world will try to make you feel isolated. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, when you're going through something, a lot of people will try to tell you, no, it's not this, it's not that. Sometimes it's because that's the surrounding you're in. If you're a spiritual individual and you are not surrounded by other spiritual individuals, they're going to think differently from you. You know what I mean? If you hang out with spiritual people or you connect with spiritual people, you have certain connections with spiritual people, you even have one or two friends that's spiritual, right? You'll be able to speak to them and be like, listen, have you gone through this? 9 times out of 10, they'll tell you, yeah, I did. Or they'll tell you, I heard of someone going through this. It's all about not wanting to feel alone. That is why it is very important that I tell you guys to find your tribe. And a lot of you are going to be like, well, how do I find my tribe? Technically, it's not finding your tribe. It's letting your tribe find you. Vibrate so high, put your frequency out there, vibe through such a frequency that your tribe will feel it and they will come towards you. And you will find your tribe. You don't have to go out there and look for them. You just have to send a signal out. How do you send a signal out? Simply say to the universe, I would like to find individuals that are like-minded like myself. That's all you really need to do. Because a lot of times the places that you work, the families that you grow up in, the marriages that you're in, the people that you're surrounded by, they may not feel or see things the way you see them when it comes to spirituality. Now, the video I had seen that my friend sent over to me was about, people going through spirituality and getting to a point and then reverting back to their religion. So for instance, say you're doing tarot readings, you're a medium, and then all of a sudden something happens to you and then you go back to Christianity. And to be very honest with you, I only see Christians doing this. This is just my opinion because this is what I'm seeing. Me being who I am and what religion I'm from, my religion is already spiritual to begin with. I'm naturally Muslim. So my religion is Islam. And in Islam, they teach you that spirituality, being one with God and, trusting one God is everything. That's what basically being Muslim means. Worshiping one God, understanding one God, only asking from one God. Everything else is nothing. Not to sound so arrogant like that, but that's what Islam teaches you, that it's only one. There is not many, it's only one. So I feel that when you have that on your side, or if you practice a religion or you come from a religion that already teaches you there's one, you already have that ingrained in you. So when you come up against anything else, it tells you to automatically cancel it out. So what I'm trying to say is, when you come into spirituality, you can't think that it's all going to be love and light. It's never love and light. When you go through spirituality, you will face things that will literally have you piss yourself because you're going through spirituality is, in my mind, getting closer to God, getting closer to the universe, getting closer to that being inside of you that takes care of everything. Like, how we reach out and say, universe, can you please help? The reason why I use the word universe is because I want to, be a little universal. I want to make sure that I don't make other people feel uncomfortable, because people do not believe that God exists. People do believe that the universe is there. But in my mind, universe and God is the same thing. Holy Spirit and God is the same thing. Now, to Christians or to other people, it's a little different. That's why I tell people this may not be your cup of tea. Listening to me may throw you off a little bit. But the message behind what I'm saying is that if you believe that God is one, that God is the only thing and nothing is above God, everything else will be put into perspective. So when you do have a situation where you're dealing with demons, you're dealing with a negativity, you're dealing with black magic, this and that, you know who to run to. God. You know that prayer will get you through it. You have faith that, you say a few prayers, you sit and you recite a few prayers, and these things will go away, and they do go away, because nothing is higher than God. Like if we go back to it, those that believe in Lucifer, even Lucifer bows down to God, because that's his father, as we are taught, right? But at the end of the day, you have to understand that with spirituality, there comes a lot of things. That's why it's called spirituality. It's a lot dealing with the spiritual world. You can't just start doing tarot. You can't just start, being a medium and expect to just meet the right spirits, meet the nice spirits, meet the good spirits. With the good comes the bad. That is why if you go back to my video in 2019, I explained it to you. 2018, I explained it to you. Be careful doing tarot, because you're opening up doors. You're opening up portals. I'm not going to lie to you about that. Every time you do divination, you're opening up a portal. Now, the thing is, when you open up a portal, you don't know if you're opening up a portal that's going to bring in the good or the bad. A portal is a portal. It's like a door. It'll bring in everything. But that's why it's your job to have the faith and the belief that you have in order to protect you and keep you safe and sound from the things that are coming out of the portal. And every time you do a tarot reading, make sure that when you're done with the tarot reading, or you're done playing with the cards, right? Because that's what I call it, playing with the cards, because that's what we're doing. We're playing with cards. You shut your portals. A lot of times, these new people who do tarot readings do not understand that every time you touch an instrument of divination, you are opening up a portal. Must close a portal once you're done. Even when you're sitting down to do a 2-minute tarot reading, even if you're sitting down to pull a card for a second, you just opened a portal. Because through that portal came the entity that gave you the information, that gave you the message that you needed. Right? So that's why it's very important to close portals. A lot of people think it's all fun and games. Oh, let me do a tarot reading for you. Oh, let me find out what's going on for you. And then they open up these portals and they don't know what to do when they start having demons visit them in their dreams. What did you expect? You opened the door, buddy. You opened the door. Now things are coming through. Now, and a lot of people think that it's so trending now to be spiritual that they get lost in the cause of spirituality also having its dark side to it. The dark side is you're dealing with the dead. When you deal with shamanism, you are strictly dealing with the dead people. You're speaking to people that are on the other side. You're speaking to ancestors and passed over loved ones. That's how you're getting your messages. I mean, technically, if you would think about it, I'm not a witch. I'm more of a shaman, because I heal and I get in touch with the ancestors and I get in touch with the spirits. That's how I'm able to help others. When I do my tarot reading, it is my ancestors, it is my spirits that help me with those messages. I'm opening up portals. Yes, I open up portals, but I have enough belief and strength in my faith that I'm covered and protected. So that's why I am able to handle what comes through the portal. Not a lot of people are able to do that. You get what I'm saying? So also on top of it, me being a shaman are also mediums. They speak to the dead. Not everybody is that. Not everybody can handle it. Not everybody can handle seeing a dead person. Not anybody can handle hearing a dead person. You hear a disembodied voice, you're like, oh my God, am I crazy? Am I crazy? No, you're not crazy. You're just hearing the other side, and you need to know how to handle that. My grandmother always taught me that if you fear anything other than God, you will fall prey to it. It will feed on you. So when you are strong enough and you're strong-minded and you're strong-willed and you know that your will lies in God, your strength lies in God, none of these things will try to take over you. Because they know, they smell it from you. It's like a dog, they smell fear. They smell the light in you. They smell the fear in you. So a lot of times these people get involved in doing tarot readings and then get afraid of the dreams that they have, of the things that they hear go bump in the night in their rooms. My friends, don't be afraid. You're stronger than them if you believe in God. You're stronger than them if you believe that there is a higher being that's protecting you. Which, aka for me, and of course if you believe it, it's God. If you don't believe that, I don't know how to help you, because I don't know where to teach you how to have faith. Because faith is not taught, it comes from within. Faith comes through experience. Faith comes through belief. Now, I have enough experience and belief to let you know that I do know God exists, because God has helped me all the time. Have a close relationship with God, and God will guide you through. God will send angels. God will send things that will help you, guide you through the spiritual journey that you're having. Now, with some people, they believe in God. Some people don't. Some believe in elements. It all depends on what you believe in, but what you believe in, have strength in it. Understand that this is your strength. This is where you're protected. If you don't believe in God, then think of the divine. What is the divine? I don't know. To me, it's God. But anyway, divine protection, divine cloaking. You know what I mean? Have yourself protected. Always mention, I am protected by the divine, just like I'm about to say now. God, I ask that you please help me transmute any evil energy or negative energy or any evil eye that is being sent to me through this video while people are watching it. I ask that you please help me transmute it into positive energy that I can help myself with and help others with. Bam, right there. Thank you, God. Just by saying that, God understands that, look, I'm trying to help others, and now anything that's going to be coming up against me, God is going to take care of it. When you have such a relationship with the creator, with the maker, right? With the master of all masters, there's nothing that can touch you. Because it respects you then, that you have such a relationship, such a loyalty. Now, when God tells you to let go of something, you better let go of it, because that's how you show loyalty. A lot of you may not understand that, because a lot of you may be in situations and relationships that you can't let go of, and God has been telling you to let go of these people. God has been telling you to leave the situation alone. You know how you show loyalty? By leaving it alone. You want your ancestors to connect to you? Be more teachable. You want your ancestors to protect you and watch over you? You want your spirits and your angel guides, to watch over you and protect you? Listen to them. Show them loyalty. When they tell you to let go of this, you must let go of it. You can't think in the sense of, oh, but I love him. Oh, but I make so much money here. Oh, but I get this. It's not about the love and the money. It's nothing about tangible things. It's about your soul at the end of the day. You want it to be protected, then you have to follow the suit of loyalty. Just like when you follow the suit of loyalty when it comes to doing divination, right? How do you do divination? You basically sit there, you divinate, but then you also understand that you opened a portal. Like I said, you can't get spirituality and not get demons, not get witches, not get black magic, because it comes with the territory. So when I see these hippies going out there and be like, oh, it's all love and light and blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking in my head, like, do they even know, like, the dark side of things? Like, and some of us are equally dark and equally light. We're the balance. Some are all light, some are all dark. And we can't get mad at the ones that are all dark, because that's their purpose. That's another thing, showing loyalty to God, to understand his creation is a purpose. Every person that he's created, every being that he's created, every energy that he has created has a purpose behind it. You can't just dismiss them. You can't just say, oh, I'm spiritual, but I don't believe in black magic. Oh my God, black magic exists. It's real. Magic is real, guys. Evil eyes are real. Why do you think we always protect ourselves? Why do you think we're always like trying to keep ourselves protected from these things? Because these things do exist. Now, there's a story about this woman who, was doing tarot and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And she had a run-in with some dark things. And then all of a sudden she went back to being Christian. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But instead of running, right, you fight. Don't let them win. That is the bottom line. If you represent a fracture of whatever it is that you're in, you have to fight for that fracture. Meaning, if you represent the dark side, you must fight for that. You represent the light side, you must fight for that. You, like myself, I'm in the middle. I'm like the gray matter in the middle. I fight for both sides. Because some of us are gray, some of us are light, some of us are dark. It all depends on who you are. And that's another thing. You need to understand who you are. A lot of us don't know who we are, but here we are. Oh, I'm going to do tarot. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do a magic spell. I'm going to do this. Oh my God. I'm not trying to make like fear grow into your heart, but please know where you're coming from. Please know your bloodline. Please know your heritage. Please know you can't just pick up a book and start doing spell work. You don't know what entity you're bringing in through that. You don't know what portal you're opening through that. That's why it's really important to do research first. Educate yourself on the matter first. Don't just go to Barnes and Nobles and get the Witch's Grimoire. You're only going to fuck yourself up. But anyways, So that's the message I wanted to put out there today, is have a relationship with the universe, as you call it, or whatever you want to call it. Whoever you want to call it. Stand there and fight. Fight for what you believe in. Believe in what you're fighting for. Don't just get scared. Okay? Because it just goes back to that old thing about power. Those that have power succeed. You know what? It's true. Those that do have power succeed. So get some power. Make yourself powerful. Your belief is what will make you powerful. If you're afraid that people are throwing dark magic at you and nothing is working for you, learn how to transmute that goddamn energy. Because people don't stop. People will not quit. I'm telling you this right now. If you think someone stopped doing black magic on you, if they did it once, they'll continue doing it to you. Okay? I personally don't have respect for people who attack other people with black magic. I really do not have any respect for those people. I am extremely, utterly disgusted by those people. But that's just my opinion. I don't believe that it's necessary to do black magic to get what you want. Like, you don't need to do black magic to get married. Just wait for your time. You don't need to do black magic to have a baby. Just wait for your time. All of these things are divine timings. When you use black magic or any type of magic, you are interrupting the divine timing behind this. You are doing black magic or magic to get someone to come towards you. You are fucking up with the divine timing. I don't know how much more I can stress this. You wanting someone and they don't want you, so you do magic spells on them to get you. You're fucking up the divine timing. Maybe that person isn't yours. And then you get mad when karma kicks back on you and the person you wanted doesn't want you, and now all this dumb shit is happening to you. You want to get mad at the tarot reader or whoever did the spell work for you. Oh, they fucked it up because they didn't know what they were doing. No, they knew what they were doing. That just doesn't belong to you. Those that do black magic to gain things that are not theirs, I feel really sad. I feel pity for them. Because that's just not how you work with things. You can't just go and take something that doesn't belong to you. That's why you have to sit there and say, I want what's mine. Universal law for number one law. Ask for what is yours. Never take it from someone else. Because if you just how you received it, that is exactly how you will lose it. So if you stole money from someone and claim that it's yours, you will lose that money because someone else will take it. You take someone's husband and say, this is your husband. That husband will leave you for another woman. You take a job from someone, that job will be taken from you by someone else. It's all karma. It's all a revolving cycle. The cycle keeps going. That wheel keeps turning, guys. The wheel don't care about you. It don't care about your mother. It don't care about your child. It don't care about shit. The wheel has a purpose. And if you get caught in the wheel, you will pay for it. So, whether you want to deal with, demons or not, and this and that, because they do exist. Like, I don't know what you want to call them, and like infernals, demons, whatever you want to call them. We call them the dark legions, okay? Even them. Have respect for it. Don't go, messing with them. Leave them alone. If you don't know much, leave it alone. Like, there's a lot of people who say they work with demons and this and that. Good for them. I just hope they know what they're doing. Because if you fuck them over, oh, you're done. Like, if you use a demon to cast a spell and you're not giving the demon what it wants, it's going to come after you. And you can't get mad at the demon. Like, you can't show entitlement to them because they don't care. They're entities. They're beings of no feelings, no nothing. They're like what we call sociopaths. They have no feelings. They just do what they do without feeling because it needs to be done. They're soldiers. When a soldier is in a battlefield, it just does what it needs to do. And when a soldier is in a battlefield, the enemy is the enemy. It doesn't matter the age of the enemy. When the instructions are been given to take the enemy out, that's what they do. And that's what demons do. That's what angels do. They're not different. An angel also has a purpose. It goes in and needs to do what it needs to do. It doesn't have feels. It doesn't, it's not because it loves you and it cares about you. No. It has a purpose. It's only humans that feel these things of love and feelings and morality and immorality. And oh my God, I can write a book on this. These beings don't feel that way. They do what they need to do with a purpose behind it. If you can educate yourself on that and you can research on that and learn more about it, you will see that their world is very different from the human world. With that being said, please, please, please think twice before you enter spirituality, because it's not all fun and games. It's not all daffodils and roses and walks through the park. It's not. It's a lot of growing. It's a lot of dark nights. It's a lot of, days where you don't know what the fuck you're doing. You're running scared in your dreams. You're dealing with people and you don't know how to deal with them because there people also get possessed. Demons will find ways, and negative entities will find ways to possess the people around you to keep you down. At the end of the day, if you have a purpose, always remember that there's an enemy to stop that purpose. I don't give a fuck who you are. Whoever you are, you could be the nicest person in the world. You could be the nicest soul in the world. If you were created to change something, there was something else created to stop you from that change, because that's why it's called life. The more you fight, the more you gain knowledge, the more you gain wisdom, the more you'll be able to fight back. So you can't just go into Barnes and Nobles and be like, okay, I'm going to get a witch's grimoire and I'm just going to start doing spells. Learn your lineage, learn your heritage, learn where you come from, because that'll make you even stronger. Hint, hint. Where you won't have to borrow somebody else's spell work. You can just make your own. Make sense? Make sense? And a lot of you who don't know your lineage, don't know your heritage, just do your DNA testing or talk to an elder in your family. You got to find out. You can't just go around being blind in that sense. Like, for instance, like, I know my lineage, I know my heritage, I know where I come from. I know where my family was in the 1800s. I know where my family was in the 1600s. Hence, I'm able to move the way I move. Hence, I'm able to connect with the ancestors because I know who they are. I've seen pictures of my ancestors. You know what I mean? I know their names. That's why it's very, very important to be in contact, be in cahoots with your bloodline, because it will help you. And I know there's some people out there who have no idea, but it only takes maybe $100 to figure out your DNA testing, to figure out where you come from. And then once you figure out where you come from, you can start researching those areas, those regions that you come from. It's not that hard, guys. So please don't tell me, oh, but I can't. Yes, you can. Oh, I don't want to give my blood to those genetic labs and this and that. Well, then you know what? Hopefully your ancestors and your passed over loved one will tell you in your dream who you are. You could even do that if you don't believe in giving your blood and this and that. Which, I mean, I really don't think, guys, seriously, I don't think they're trying to clone you. I don't think they're doing any of that. I think they have better things to do, with taking your blood and trying to do something. If anything, they're probably doing like experiments on it to see what the fuck's gonna happen. It's not gonna affect you. How many times do you go and draw blood when you have a physical done? Okay, it's the same shit. Like, if that's the case, then don't even do that. And they're gonna be like, oh, I don't go get physicals. Okay, good for you. Good for you. There's just some people you just can't fucking argue with, and those people I just don't talk to. Anyways, this is for the people that are listening, that want the message, and this message is clearly saying, get in touch with your bloodline, get in touch with your heritage, get in touch with your ancestry, because you will find a lot of answers there. A lot of answers will come through. You will figure out, what elements you work with, because your ancestors worked with elements. Don't sit there and think your ancestors didn't do anything. There was always one crazy person in the ancestry line, because you're the crazy one now, right? Right? If you're in a family where no one else believes in spirituality, then you're that crazy ancestor. Fortunately, I come from a family where we all believe in spirituality. We all believe in the stuff that I believe in. So it's beautiful for me. I'm so grateful, God. Thank you so much. Where I can go downstairs to my mom and say, Mom, I had a dream about this, and that. And she's like, oh my God. Okay, we got to cleanse you. Or I could be like, Mom, so I heard this, voice or whatever. I don't know what it's telling me. Okay, honey, you need to pray right now. Let's pray together. It's good to come from a family like that. I wish everyone else did too. So this way it'll be easier for you to understand your own spirituality. But we don't all come from that. All of us are different. But if you come from a family that doesn't believe in your spirituality, I think it's time for you to take the step and to figure out who you are and where you come from, regardless if they tell you or not. Because that's what you call the spiritual journey, to uncover who you are, uncover your destiny, uncovering your purpose. All right, guys, I love you. I hope this helped. This was like one of my favorite messages. I really love this one because I feel like I got deep into this one. But anyways, guys, I'm going to leave you with that. See you next time around.